Power of forgiveness in spiritual growth. Forgiveness is one of the most profound and transformative spiritual practices available to us. At its core, forgiveness is not just about releasing others from the burden of their wrongs. It is about liberating ourselves from the chains of resentment, pain, and spiritual stagnation. Across all major spiritual traditions, whether it's Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, or indigenous beliefs, there is a common understanding. Forgiveness is essential for spiritual healing, inner peace, and connection with the divine. 1. A path to inner freedom. When we hold on to anger, bitterness, or the desire for revenge, we bind ourselves to the very pain we wish to escape. These emotional weights drain our energy, distort our perception of reality, and prevent us from experiencing the present moment fully. Forgiveness releases that burden. It is an act of inner liberation, a decision to no longer allow past wounds to define our inner world. As we forgive, we free ourselves. 2. A catalyst for compassion and empathy. True forgiveness often comes through understanding. When we begin to see the humanity in those who have hurt us, their flaws, wounds, and suffering, we awaken compassion. This shift in perspective deepens our capacity to love unconditionally, which is a central tenet of spiritual growth. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harm, but it does mean recognizing that all beings are on their own journey of learning and transformation. 3. Connection with the divine. Spiritual teachings often describe God, the universe, or the higher self as inherently forgiving. When we practice forgiveness, we align ourselves with this divine nature. In Christianity, for example, Jesus' teachings emphasize forgiving 70 times 7, suggesting a limitless well of mercy. In Islam, one of God's names is Al-Ghaffar, the constant forgiver. In Buddhist practice, forgiveness is part of the path to liberation from suffering. By forgiving, we not only emulate divine qualities, we open ourselves to a deeper communion with the sacred. 4. Healing emotional and physical wounds. Studies in psychology and medicine have shown that forgiveness has tangible health benefits. Reduced stress, improved heart health, better sleep, and lower anxiety are all linked to forgiving others. But from a spiritual perspective, these benefits are signs of something deeper, the soul's return to wholeness. Forgiveness heals not only the heart but the spirit. Forgiving ourselves. One of the most difficult and overlooked aspects of forgiveness is self-forgiveness. Spiritual growth is stunted when we are trapped in guilt or self-recrimination. Recognizing our own mistakes, making amends, and then choosing to forgive ourselves is a sacred act. It is an acknowledgement that we are evolving beings and that grace applies to us as much as it does to others. Conclusion. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is one of the greatest expressions of spiritual strength. It requires courage to face pain, humility to let go of pride, and love to offer grace. But in doing so, we move closer to our higher selves and to the divine presence that dwells within all of us. In a world full of wounds, forgiveness is not just a personal choice. It is a sacred responsibility, a light that guides the way to peace, healing, and spiritual awakening.